Hello, welcome to Moonflower Tarot. Before I begin, I just want to remind you that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, let's start. So the purpose of this video or tarot reading is to figure out what is their karma for wronging you. So what is their karma for doing you wrong? What is their karma for wronging you? So let's go right ahead and begin. And as a disclaimer, I just want to state that this isn't going to resonate with everyone. So take what resonates and you can leave what doesn't or move on to another pile. Also, before I start, I just want to state the importance of trying to have compassion for the other party. Try to have compassion. I'm not saying that you should always forgive them, but you can, at least try to have some compassion for them and try to release any kind of negative energy. But with that, let's start. So we have 3 cards here, 1, 2, 3. Each one has a paper crane representing the pile. So I'm going to count down from 10, and that's going to give you 10 seconds to decide between the 3 paper cranes starting now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to go straight into the first paper crane, and I'm going to move the other cranes out of the way, or the other piles. I'm actually going to move them completely out of the way because these are going to be slightly more jumbo-sized cards, so just bear with me. Move these cards out of the way. And okay, so let's start with this crane. So what do we have going on for this crane? So let's see. So what karma is coming to this person who wronged group 1? What karma is coming to them? Please tell us what karma is coming towards them. This is someone who did something wrong, something unnatural in the universe. Okay, so here we have the 8 of Wands, we have the 9 of Pentacles, and then we have the 9 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Wands. So ultimately I'm seeing here, you guys, for group 1, that there's something that is about to happen. That's karma coming towards them, inching closer and closer over the hill, and it will be pushed over the hill very abruptly. It's going to hit them like a ton of bricks. They're going to be like a deer in the headlights. They're not going to know what happened. This is in regards to something in their subconscious that they've been really stressed or anxious about, but this may not have been totally clear on the surface. However, this is something in their subconscious that has been plaguing them, that they refuse to acknowledge. It seems that denial is really strong in this person's energy. This is going to be something involving money related, something that they have independently strived for, or some kind of project involving something financial that they have worked for or are working towards. It looks like it's going to actually end with some kind of burden with the 10 of Wands. Looking at this image, and visualizing them, crying on the phone, like telling somebody on the phone that this hit them out of nowhere. It's almost like the vibe of the stock market crashing or something. Just that's the energy, the similar energy. Like it suddenly just happened. They're deer in the headlights, but they knew it was coming. Like this is not something, they may think that it's out of the blue and it hit them, but in reality, this is something that's been causing, it's been stirring anxiety within them for quite a while. But let's just put it this way: denial ain't just a river in Egypt, and denial is not going to get you anywhere. You know, just pushing things under the rug did not get this person where they wanted to go. Thus, they may think it came out of nowhere. It's like the stock market crashed out of nowhere, but in this person's case, they knew it was coming. They just decided to ignore the problems, push it under the rug. This may be this person's modus operandi. This may be their MO, if you will. So let's move on and get some more symbolism here. So here we have the 5 of Diamonds. So with the 5 of Diamonds, yes, this person is going to suffer a pretty big financial loss when it comes to this thing that they are independently striving for or have been striving for. But I'm getting some narcissistic energy from this person, pile 1, that they are the type of person who, like, when there's problems, they push it under the rug. When there's something going on, they fall into denial mode. Like, everything's perfect, everything's great. In reality, no, it's not. There's this thing that's brewing within them. And then when the thing happens, they're like a deer in the headlights. They're like, what? I was shocked. I didn't know this was going to happen. Well, they did. Somewhere subconsciously, they knew it was coming. And here we have the 5 of Diamonds showcasing some kind of major financial disappointment here. So let's move on to your energy in regards to all this. We have the Queen of Innocence. This is a gender neutral reading, so you can ignore the gender. However, we have the Queen of Innocence for your energy. So you have some kind of innocent energy. I think this is ultimately why they might have wronged you, or maybe they thought you were naive, or maybe they even sort of resented you because they felt like you are untainted by the darkness of the world, unstained. And however, this person, I'm getting this energy that they're the opposite. They've been through a lot of hardship. They have really been through a lot in their life where they never quite felt at ease, hence the constant anxiety brewing within them. I would try to have compassion for this person. We're all just human in the end, but let's move on to maybe some more symbolism here. So here we have the snake. So with the snake, I'm seeing that this is the energy that they sent towards you in their wrongdoing towards you. It's like an evil eye energy, jealous, gossiping, hater energy, maybe sending some haterade your way, or some kind of like poison in the form of not actual poison, but like gossip or some kind of something here that was unseen, very like sneaky, like a snake. However, once again, they're getting it back. They're getting that negative energy back. Because whatever you send out into the universe, it comes back to you threefold. At least that's what they say. You can choose to believe it or not. And let's look at some more messages here. So here we have freedom, and then here we have boundaries. Okay, you guys, I'm seeing here that one thing that this person is never going to have that you will be able to have is freedom from something. I'm really getting this strong sense like you're free, or you are going to be free, or leave some kind of situation, or maybe you have already left or never really have been a part of the situations that they're facing or have faced in life. Regardless, you are free from that negative energy, and clearly with them it's the opposite. They are still going to be trapped in whatever that negative energy is when it comes to especially their finances. But I think this goes deeper than finances. Honestly, I think this goes into like some kind of deeper thing, like childhood wounds or some kind of deep anxiety caused by previous experiences in their life. I would try to have compassion once again. And here we have boundaries. So this is just, I think, a piece of advice for the future. If you ever come across somebody like this, I think the first thing that you have to keep in mind is boundaries. I think it's really healthy to have boundaries, to maybe make a list of things that you will or will not accept in a friend, a partner, business partnership, whatever it is. It could be anything. Just maybe make a mental list, or you can actually make a real list, like a tangible list, and read over it anytime you feel like your boundaries are being threatened or crossed. And yeah, I think one thing to really keep in mind from this reading is to once again keep healthy boundaries. Remember that it is important to really cross a line, a healthy line when it comes to personal boundaries. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. Group 1 for this crane. And I just want to remind you again that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, I'm going to move these cards out of the way, and I'm going to move on to the next group. Let me just collect these cards. Move them completely out of the way, and let's move on straight away to group 2. So here we have group 2. So what do we have for them in terms of the person that wronged them? So what's the karma coming to this person? Let's see. So we have these cards here. So what is this karma that's coming to this entity that wronged group 2? Let's see what's coming towards them. Also, I just want to remind you guys before I start really quick that you should try to have compassion for this other person, whoever they are. I mean, there's probably some unseen things that they're going through that may not be apparent. Just try to have compassion. You don't always have to forgive, but you can release the negative energy that you have retained from the impact that they've had on your life. So let's see what's coming to this person in terms of karma. So here we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles. Wow, this is a lot of pentacle energy. And then the Ten of Swords. This is a very, this person's gonna have it really tough. So I think this person is the type of person who really values material things. They really care about what other people think of them. They really value the way that they look to the external world. Like they want to be seen as somebody who has a lot, whether that's money, status, power, or just material things in general, tangible things. I'm getting some earth energy from this person, whoever they are, so they could have some strong Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements in their astrological chart. However, they are materialistic, basically, and quite superficial. So what's going to happen to this person in terms of karma for wronging you or doing something unnatural in the universe towards you is that someone's going to withhold something from them. It may not even be someone. It could be like an entire group of people or some kind of like systematic deprivation. And this isn't in regards to like race or ethnicity or religion or anything like that, but in general it's just like this negative energy of deprivation or of scarcity. So they will go through a very significant time of scarcity, of like almost feeling like the universe is being stingy from them, or stingy towards them, or almost depriving them of this thing that they value so much, which is material possessions and superficial things. And this is the energy that they're going to be feeling. The Five of Pentacles. This is just extreme disappointment when it comes to this this thing that they value so much, which is material possessions, things, objects, status, power, whatever like superficial / material things that they value to the utmost in their life or close to their heart. This is their energy when it comes to those things, because the universe will be depriving them of these things. They will be feeling like they're left out in the cold. They will be feeling like, what's going on? Like, why am I feeling like, I'm ultimately just in cold water when it comes to this area of my life. They will feel like, oh my God, this person is going to really have it tough, you guys. They're going to feel like suddenly anything that they might have ever had in terms of material abundance or anything like that, it's like suddenly they're going to feel like it's like somebody, like the universe has pulled the plug when it comes to this material abundance or prosperity that they once might have had or really valued in their life. Like that was their confidence, that was their saving grace. It's like suddenly it's like they're gonna feel like, wow, the universe suddenly pulled the plug on these things. It's like suddenly it's going towards this really strong energy of deprivation, scarcity, feeling left out in the cold, desolate, those kind of things, destitution ultimately. So let's look at some more symbology here. So here we have the Two of Swords. So this definitely is going to come as a shock to this person. This is gonna come out of nowhere. Like suddenly it's gonna start like as a domino effect, like one financial loss or connection lost or something like that. One domino just pushed, and then it starts this domino effect of just things just falling, crashing down, being shut down, that kind of a thing. Here we have the birds. People are going to notice this. I feel bad for this person, you guys. People are going to notice what's going on. They're going to be gossiping. They're going to be maybe even making fun of this person. They're going to be like talking, like almost even laughing at this person, or just really, it's going to be like a spectacle, whatever this happens to them. Wow, this is pretty bad. So I'm saying, you guys should try to at least have some compassion for this person. Okay, so here we have, so this is your energy. You can ignore the gender because this is a genderless reading. However, we have the Queen of I Am Enough. So I think your energy is that you're quite confident. You are a very centered person, whether you realize it or not, and you really value yourself. You have confidence, you love yourself, you respect yourself, and you are enough, literally, for you. I don't think this person, on the other hand, ever quite felt like they were enough. It's like that's the reason, I think, ultimately why they value superficial things. They want to show off what the things that they have, material things, or a facade of having these material things, because they feel like they are not enough inside. Like they feel like they're just not enough, and so they have to make up for it by showing off all of these things that may just be a facade. They may have these things, either way. Okay, and then here we have choice, and then we have make. So I'm seeing here that another part of your energy, whether you know it or not, you have like the Midas touch. Like you have the ability like to touch things, touch things and then turn them into like, not gold, but like figuratively, yeah, gold or abundance. You have this ability to create. Maybe you're creative. You have some creative hobby or passion that you're quite talented at. You have the ability to turn nothing into something, to glow. I'm getting some earth energy from you as well. Possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn in your astrological chart as well. However, you have this special ability to, I think, create things. It's a very like strong manifestation energy, creativity, especially making things with your hands. You're very good at it, whether it's like baking, like sculpting, building, painting, drawing, like something, or just creating in general. And then here we have choice. So I think this is just a cautionary piece of advice for the future. If you ever come across somebody like this in the future, I think this is trying to tell you that just know that you have a choice. You have a choice to, sometimes you don't always have a choice, but oftentimes you do have a choice, to either allow somebody like this to enter your life, impact your life, or leave some kind of stamp on your life, or you have the choice to walk away. Like if you see red flags in a person early on, you should definitely walk away early on, and yeah, for sure, don't let them, try not to let them enter your life or impact your life. If at any time your intuition tells you that it's not a good idea. But I do want to say to try to have compassion for this person, because we're all just human, and ultimately they do seem to have some karma coming towards them, which is pretty major. So try to at least show some compassion if you can. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, share if this resonated with you. And I just want to remind you again, group 2, that I now have an Etsy page where you can get personal email readings from me, and the link to that Etsy page is in the description box below. So without further ado, I'm going to move straight into group 3. Actually, if you can hold on just 1 second, I'm gonna have to charge my phone. So just 1 second. Okay, I have found the phone charger. My phone was running out of battery, but I will return and get to part 3, last but not least group. Trust me, it'll be worth it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we're moving on to group 3, so last but not least group 3. So let's see what we have in terms of group 3. What is this person who wronged them, did something unnatural to them in the universe? What karma is this person going to have coming towards them? Let's figure this out. So we have the Magician. We have the Empress. We have the Page of Swords. And then we actually have one less card. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, so ultimately I'm seeing that this person, when you met them or when you went through whatever this thing with them was, this person had quite a strong manifestation energy, manifestation ability, kind of like the Magician. They are charming, I think, able to use flattery or charm to persuade other people. I think this person might have quite a theatrical personality. They're good at putting on like a show, if you will, for people. But I see here that in regards to some kind of feminine energy in their life, indicated by the Empress card, there's going to be some karmic retribution when it comes to this. So some kind of feminine energy in their life. This could be a maternal figure. This could be a sister, a new feminine lover or something, who will bring some misfortune into their life. It's gonna be quite a lot of misfortune. I mean, a lot of misfortune in terms of like whatever they did to harm people, to like trick people. I'm getting that this person is quite sneaky. They are quite they're kind of like a user, if you will, like a user personality. This person, I think the same thing is going to happen to them, whatever they've done to other people, in terms of using people to get what they want, whatever those things are. This feminine entity in their life, whoever this feminine entity is, mother, sister, girlfriend, friend, just a friend, could be anyone, coworker, I don't know. It's going to be some feminine person who's going to bring some, it's like this person, karma or the universe has decided to use this person as a vessel. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting for some kind of karmic retribution that's going to come their way. That's very interesting. So I'm seeing like this energy that yes, the universe has chosen this feminine entity to act as a kind of a vessel to carry this karmic retribution towards them. I'm not going to go as far to say it's like karmic vengeance, but that's the kind of energy that I'm getting. And this person's not going to know this at all. I mean, it's just going to hit them kind of like a ton of bricks. Like, they're really not going to know that this person, this feminine person, entity who's entering their life is bringing this bad luck, if you will, or misfortune. Or it's like the evil eye energy bouncing right back to them, kind of like that kind of energy. But to me, in my mind, I'm getting this image of like Libran scales, like bouncing back and forth until they kind of seesaw back and forth and then fall into place where they belong. Like a karmic balance, if you will, like a balancing out of the universe, that kind of energy. So yeah, here we have the Page of Swords. Whatever is going to happen with this person is really going to put this person who wronged you into a state of just having like zero confidence. Like, they're going to feel cut down. I'm almost getting this energy of like a tree that was like la la la, like I'm so great, blah blah blah, like a manipulative tree, almost like a puppet master type of personality, and they're gonna feel, after whatever this karmic retribution happens in the form of this feminine entity entering their life, after this situation, whatever happens, this person's gonna feel cut down like a tree stump, like a tree to a tree stump. Like, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting here, just to be honest, just to be frank, that's what I'm getting. And then, so yeah, okay, so here's some more insight here. So with the 10 of Pentacles, so I'm getting that this feminine energy entering their life, whether it's friend, new coworker, girlfriend, mother, sister, like reconnecting with somebody, some feminine entity, whoever this is going to cause a lot of havoc. So this is, once again, this person is a vessel for karmic retribution in this person's life, remember? So this feminine entity chosen by the universe to be a sort of karmic vessel is going to bring a lot of misfortune into this person's life, havoc, chaos. When it comes to, it looks like their family, or some kind of family fortune, or something to do with family, or like almost like a network. This person who wronged you, it's like their network that feels like family to them, or some kind of like familial, it's like the realm of whatever that is in this person's life that wronged you. This feminine entity is going to bring in a lot of havoc, a lot of chaos, and it's going to be almost like the universe shot an arrow as a form of karmic retribution in the form of this feminine vessel. And suddenly it's like the arrow, it's like an arrow. I'm getting this image of like an arrow being shot into a crumbling castle or something, or crumbling house, crumbling structure. And as the arrow strikes it, it will start as like a small crumbling, like something that no one's gonna notice. But suddenly it's like a domino effect. But the building is not stable. So that one arrow shot into maybe like a crack in the wall or something, that crack is going to spread slowly and gradually until eventually the walls will come crashing down. That's the energy that I'm getting. And this is all figuratively embodied by this feminine vessel who will enter into this person's life. Little will this person know that this feminine entity / vessel is karma's answer to almost like paying back what's owed in terms of how they've wronged people. This is karma, or the universe's way of giving it back to them. So yeah, this is actually really interesting. I think this is the most complex sort of storyline, if you will, of karmic retribution. I mean, wow, really interesting. So I'm almost getting this energy of like I don't know, like this feminine entity that's going to enter their life and wreak havoc into their life. I'm not getting a negative energy from this person. It's just that like the cards somehow fell that way, and that karma or the universe has decided that this person was chosen to be the vessel for that. But once again, this isn't about good or bad. This is about balance. So this is about if somebody did something unnatural in the universe towards others that was wrong, this is the universe's way of sort of once again balancing out the scales, like the Libran scales, seesawing back and forth and then bringing them back into balance. So this is how the universe will balance itself out in terms of karma, especially if this other person is a bad person who has done many harmful things to others. This is just the universe's way of balancing out the universe or the energies. So okay, let's continue on. I know that was kind of long-winded, but let's see what else we have. So we have the Joker, and then we have the clouds. So I'm seeing here that yes, the universe doesn't want to just deal this person like something easy and simple, you know. It's like they're using like some kind of, it's almost like the universe is working in mysterious ways, as they say, like sort of like tricky energy where this person's really not going to suspect this at all. Wow, this is really interesting. It's going to be really complex, tricky, and getting like this fox energy from this person that the universe has chosen to fulfill this karmic retribution, balance out these energies. Here we have the clouds. So this person is really going to go through a really long period of never being sure of quite what their future will hold. It's you know how we as humans, we usually go through, or most people usually go through like periods where they're, you know, feeling stable and peaceful, and then sometimes they'll have like periods of anxiety and like uncertainty. Well, this person up ahead, with the coming of this karmic retribution that will flow towards them through this vessel, feminine vessel, whoever they are, they're gonna go through maybe even years, like a really long time. Like I'm seeing like several years of almost like wandering throughout like this dusty, like cloudy meadow, you know, it's like they're trying to reach the ocean for some reason, to try to cross the ocean, but they can't see the ocean because it's covered by these clouds, and they're going to wander looking for the ocean for a really long time, like several years. That's what I'm getting. It's just going to be several years of uncertainty, confusion, anxiety. Wow, this is a pretty big deal. I would try to have compassion for this person, you guys. This person's it's gonna be pretty bad. So here's your energy. You can ignore the gender of this card because this is a genderless reading. However, here we have the Queen of letting life move through. So ultimately, I think that your energy is that you're really good at adopting. You're good at adaptation. Like you're good at rolling with the punches, essentially. Like when life throws things your way, it's like you're the type of person who makes lemonade out of lemons. You just kind of let things happen. You roll with the punches. You're good at adapting, you know what I mean? This person struggles with that. I'm seeing that this person has some outdated views of society, maybe of the world, of people, of certain social structures. This person has a very outdated crumbling. I'm getting this image of, once again, like the crumbling castle, as karma or the universe shoots an arrow of karmic retribution into like a crack in the castle, where it causes this crumbling of the structure. So that's what I'm getting from this person, is that they cling on to like this crumbling structure, or this like archaic, outdated idea of the way society should be, or something like that. They're not good at adapting. They're not good with accepting change, which is inevitable. That's the only thing that we know as humans to be certain is change, and this person cannot accept that. And I think that's another reason why they were maybe taking it out on people or harming others or trying to like trick people into aligning with their sort of outdated, almost backwards view of social structures. That had something to do with it, I think. But either way, karma's coming. But once again, I would try to have compassion for this person. In the end, it really is about just them lacking in some way and not much you can do. So here we have connect and then we have release. So I think this is maybe pointing to, this connect card is pointing to the fact that I think you are able to actually genuinely connect with people in a way that they are not. And I think they know that about you, and that might be what ultimately drew them towards you, is your ability to connect with people in a genuine way, like empathize, connect, ultimately like open up, bond with people, and really, really have deep sort of connections with others. This person is not able to do that. I'm seeing this person as being kind of like a user, like, it's all about them. It's all about everybody aligning and catering to their sort of view of the world, which doesn't quite match what's really happening in terms of progress, social progress and change. It's kind of what I'm getting, or whatever. It's basically like my way or the highway. Like that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from this person, and that's why they're not able to truly connect with others, because they're very, very. It's all about them. Once again, they're always in it for themselves. It's almost like they only see other people as a means to an end. That's kind of what I'm getting. And here we have release. So I think this is an ultimate piece of advice for you to release the negative energy. This is really going to do you good. And also I think this is maybe a cautionary sort of piece of advice for the future for you. Like if you ever feel somewhere in your heart that it's like, after you trust somebody, if you feel like they have wronged you, or you feel like I'm not getting a good vibe from this person, or maybe even after you hang out with them, like you always feel kind of like drained or kind of like toxic, or almost like, oh my god, I need like a bath or a shower because this energy just feels weird. It just doesn't feel clean. It doesn't feel natural energetically. Feel free to just drop it, release it, cleanse your energy space, cleanse your life of that kind of toxic energy. And I think this is just a cautionary sort of piece of advice for the future that you can take with you, and just release negative entities, negative things from your life, and do it in a way that's thorough. Try not to hold on to these things. And ultimately, I'm not saying you should forgive this person, but you can try to have compassion for them, understand where they're coming from, and ultimately release all this negative energy. I wouldn't even hold on to it, because it's just holding you back to hold on to all of this. Just cleanse it completely from your life and move on, and don't look back. Because once again, karma, it's coming towards them. I think the arrow has already been shot in terms of this